Like if I go like this, is this way louder?
I don't.
Oh no, that's. Hang on, I have an idea. I think I know where the
My
problem is.
fat cat is mewing outside my door, so I can't hear anything else besides his fat ass.
Pizza, shut up! Gosh, gall.
Oh, it's fine. Like when you first showed up and you were like blasting Tony, it was like, holy fucking god, Gerry's so loud.
Maybe it's just my earpiece, but he sounds fine to me.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's all
Sounds
good.
better.
Oh wait, yeah, right here.
You sound good right
go
now.
Down.
It's all good.
Yeah, how's this?
Beautiful.
How's this sound for you?
It's beautiful.
Is it good enough? Am I good enough for you?
Never.
Yeah. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Aaron. I climbed out of my grave for this.
And I'm Gerry, and I don't know what number comes after 69.
And you're listening to SuperPod Saga. Yeah, welcome back. Hello, this is indeed SuperPod Saga, the show you're listening to right now that you're ingesting through your ears. Of course, I'm joined by my wonderful, lovable, huggable, how's that one country song go? Kissable, huggable, lovable, unbelievable. Co-host Gerry. Hello.
Hello. Yes, here I am.
Breaker
Lovable,
19.
huggable, fuckable, chuggable. Yeah,
lunchable.
man, you could
I don't know.
chug a full vat of this.
Oh man, yeah. This is for any first-time listeners. This is the podcast where Gerry and I and different guests we talk about a different video game topic each week. Gerry, what are we talking about this week? Actually,
we're gonna talk about Castlevania and probably talk about some Dracula flow.
or if you're a Tyler Perry fan, Castlevania. I don't know. That's stupid. I'm gonna cut
Tyler
that fucking
Perry,
shit out.
what the fuck?
Yeah, Tyler Perry with Hallelujah and all the Medea stuff. I don't know, man. I've watched.
I don't know. I never watched a Tyler Perry movie in my life.
I haven't either. So
Okay.
I have.
Okay. Thank you. Of course. Thank you, Thrak. Thrak knows. Thrak
I
knows.
know too much.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, Thrak's a big Tyler
Hallelujah.
Perry
Much
fan.
about shit.
Yes. So we.
Hercules.
Yep. That's the same fucking thing.
That's Eddie Murphy, dude.
Yeah, that was a Nutty Professor.
They make the
right?
same
He's the
types of movies where
he's
they
the-
act as
Don't
everybody.
compare Tyler Perry to fucking Eddie Murphy, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you?
He's
Tony's
Tyler
gonna
Perry
revolt.
is
He's
like
gonna
the modern
fucking
day-
leave.
Tyler Perry's like discount Eddie Murphy, okay?
Okay, Tyler Perry presents Eddie Murphy. The movie.
Before
Tyler
Honestly,
Perry is Eddie
that's
Murphy.
not out of the realm of possibility.
Tyler Perry is Eddie Murphy is Tyler Perry is Eddie Murphy.
is Martin Lawrence in
and
Big
some-
Mama's house.
And somewhere Mike Myers is in there.
Oh, that's good. Before anybody gets shot and or diabetes from going to Big Mama's house, we have guests. Let's introduce those guests. First off, we have Tony. Hello, Tony.
Hi.
What's up, man?
He's like, hey, fuck.
Hey, Tony over here.
Forget about it. Oh, no.
Tony Baloney. Just get rid of it.
Hi.
Yeah,
What
what's
you want me to...
I don't know. It's not good.
Tony has very Dave Attell vibes right now.
Thank you.
He
That's a
does.
compliment. I've also been compared to... Actually, my buddy compared me to Dave Attell one time. And Louis Black. I get that.
Ooh,
And,
I guess, yeah.
And Coach McGurk from Home Movies.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see Coach
DVD
McGurk.
player. That's my one home movies quote.
That's all you
Tony,
need.
for all the listeners who haven't heard you for a while, go ahead and tell them all about your favorite games or anything about yourself you want to tell them all about, anything else you're doing, and also maybe your favorite vegetable to throw on the
My
grill.
favorite vegetable?
To throw on the grill.
Cooked broccoli.
Ooh, okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean,
Broccoli's good
I
shit.
don't do much. I write for the blog on SuperPod. I'm on Twitter.
Yeah,
Sometimes I don't know. I'm not good at this.
it's okay, man. I'm not really either, but it's all right, dude. Well, hell yeah.
You're here, and that's all that counts.
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, man. And we've got Thrak. Hello again, Thrak.
Hi, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Hey, Betty. I still haven't seen an email from Betty yet. We're,
That bitch.
another
She's ducking us, okay?
she's ghosting us. Dear Betty, I hit you up, but you still ain't calling. That's the fifth time I've used this joke on this podcast.
Do I have to sing the Dido hook?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't even know what she said. I don't even know what she says there.
Oh, it's about like when she wakes up and it's gray and rainy outside, but then she sees your picture on the wall and she's like, "Oh, it's okay."
Nobody cares about the Dido part though. So.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
It's a song called "Thank
Oh,
You."
no. never mind.
No,
It's
not Kesha.
No,
Kesha's
and not
okay.
not
Is it
P. Diddy.
Keisha or was it Kesha? I don't
Kesha's
fucking know.
okay.
Kesha, yeah.
She's
Well-
discount Lady Gaga.
That's kind of a pretty good.
They all sound the same to me, man. I don't know.
Well, I mean, besides the horrible things that happened to her apparently by that one producer. So it's
Oh
just-
yeah, that's a whole thing. That's a different podcast.
Well, Jerry, before we get to the topic, why don't you tell the listeners where they can find more of us, more SuperPod Saga, more of anything.
All these beautiful people on this podcast right now you can find over at the superpodnetwork.com, and you can get all your favorite shows like Super Ghost Radio, SuperPod Saga that you're listening to right now. You can get some Retro Rehab, you can get Gaming and Collecting, you can get the 3DO experience with my man Thrak here and his
Yeah.
co-host Bill. Tony's over there writing up a storm, basically rescribing the fucking 12 commandments. And
Put that in
And,
the
yes.
Louisiana classrooms, man.
and we just got we got a fun-loving bunch over there. So go check it out. There's lots more that I'm leaving out, but it's like a little surprise, a little treat bag. You know, you get over there and you're like, oh, I didn't know that these guys were over here. And then you check them out, and then you check other things out, and then you just go down a fucking rabbit hole.
Yeah, a K-hole even. The K-hole.
A K-hole. Put it straight in your K-holes.
It's a secret club, and you're all invited.
Exactly.
That's a good way to put it,
beautiful. That is beautiful.
And the club is spelled with a K for the K hole.
Yeah, I'm fucking putting that on my forehead. Tattooed on my forehead.
What, club with a K?
K hole. Just put a
Exit
big
only.
hole on there.
Oh shit! Exit only, but it's like pointing to your mouth, like it's on your cheek, pointing to your mouth.
And it's like a really shitty drawn like arrow that's like squiggly and shit. And then they tried to get creative with it and try to make it a thunderbolt, but then they slipped and it just kind of went down. Now it just looks like a really bad sideburn.
And then you passed out from the pain, like you blacked out, and someone drew the cool S on your cheek.
The cool S.
I don't know what it's called, but like I hope somebody.
Could you imagine if somebody was like, "Can I get teardrops because I killed some people in prison?" But instead of the teardrops, can they just be the cool S's on the sides of my cheeks?
You mean the little $sign things?
Yeah.
Let's-
Well, like I don't know. Yeah, it's like a.
Aaron, you got it right. It is referred to as the cool S.
It is. That's all. That's what
Yeah.
I've
It's
always
also known
it
as the universal S, the super S,
it?
the pointy S, the Banksy S, and the graffiti S. It's
Zach, are you
according to-
looking
it's
this up right now?
Yes, the third
Okay.
chair, Wikipedia.
Thank you,
I was
Wikipedia.
gonna say, man, Thrak knows a lot about this fucking S.
No.
That's all right. It's okay. Hey,
I
man.
drew it once on like my middle school like desk. That was it.
I always just called it the middle school S because that's where I saw it the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get a lot of use out of Wikipedia this episode. Damn it! I pay $1.50 a month to support Wikipedia from the goodness of my heart, so I'm gonna fucking use it.
So you're the
I'm not
guy who's
giving my
paying
money.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, dude, I'm the only one. I use it all the time. Anyway, we're talking about Castlevania. Sorry, we're talking about Castlevania. Sorry, everybody.
That's how Hank
Um,
Hild says it. That goddamn Castlevania.
Bobby, stop playing them vampire games. Whoa!
Stop whipping them demons, boy. I didn't think you were gay.
Dad. Get your foot off my throat, Dad.
Oh my god, are we gonna just do the southern accents again? We just did an episode with Nave that was literally the entire
Well.
episode was just us going, well.
We don't have to
Then-
go that far.
Then Nancy comes in. Quit playing Castlevania, Shug. I don't know how to do a good Nancy. I just know she says Shug. Yeah.
Shug.
Oh man, okay.
Shug Knight.
when
Oh
I
God.
when I started working at there's this chain of coffee shops here in the Midwest called Caribou Coffee. When I started working at one like many moons ago, we were making like they have oatmeal and shit. And there's like a maple brown sugar oatmeal, and I was making an oatmeal. And I was like, hey, I got a maple brown sugar oatmeal for someone. And like one of the employees that was training me, she lost her fucking mind. She was like, "Is that King of the Hill?" It's like, well, I mean, it wasn't, but I guess that's a good reference.
Hey, it's the Midwest. If you reference
Yeah.
King of the Hill, someone's gonna go nuts.
Fuck yeah, I know I do.
Pocket shot.
So Castlevania, right? It's a really, really old series.
Yeah.
It's old as fuck.
Yeah, dude. The first game came out in 1986 for holy shit, the Famicom, the NES, came out for arcade, all sorts of shit.
Yeah, the shitty arcade game.
The shitty arcade.
Just trying to imagine playing this game with like an arcade setup.
Yeah, it's called Haunted
Awful.
Castle, and it's fucking terrible.
Doodle-a-doodle-a-doodle.
Oh yeah, that doesn't sound.
There was
fun.
I think there's like a VS version of the NES version for arcade, but
You say a DS version of the
no,
arcade
VS
version?
the VS system. It's like VS arcade machines,
Oh,
and it had like
okay.
some Nintendo games on it. And I think Castlevania was one of them.
My
It's, like,
mind.
I think it's slightly different, and then like slightly harder.
That's cool. My brain was folding in half hot dog style because I thought you said the DS version of the arcade version for the NES or something. Oh man,
It's too late.
It is too late. Yeah, and I again
86 though, man. That's a long ass time ago. I wasn't even
it
born.
sure is.
I fucking.
I don't think any of us. Well, Tony.
that
probably
was the year I was conceived. I think.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, 86.
Maybe
86,
even some Castlevania.
I mean, 86 was kind of a big year for the
More
NES,
like
'cause I believe.
86, am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because also in 86 you had a Zelda and Metroid debut as well. So
Oh really?
yeah, like 86 was
Damn,
kind of
it's
a big year.
86 was fucking bitching,
86
man.
was when the NES really started rolling.
Yeah, it really
That's
did.
fucking awesome, man.
Because it was 85 that it came out to like the New York test market, and then I think
Yeah,
they did like an LA test market.
I think it was
And
like,
then they were like,
fucking,
Oh shit, people like this thing, and then they put it everywhere.
I was
They-
fucking
they like this
3 when that
toy.
shit came out, and I think my brother. We
Yeah.
lived in New York at the time. I think that's when my brother got his back in the day, because New York was the test area.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why there's like such a big well, I mean, there's the Nintendo like store in New York is like a huge deal, right? I'd love to fucking go see that thing. A buddy of mine went and said it was like pretty amazing. But yeah, Castlevania,
Yeah, dude.
whipping and fucking slipping all over the place.
They had going back now and playing the original Castlevania after like I really got into Castlevania I think like a couple of years ago when I started buying up like the DS trilogy and playing Symphony of the Night and all those and the GBA ones, and I was like, dude, this is fucking tight. This is pretty good. And then I go back and play the original Castlevania or even like Bloodlines, and it's like, dude, this is fucking tough. Like the
Yeah.
original
Oh,
one
yeah.
especially, it's like the
Bloodlines is insane.
Yeah.
I think that's like next to Super Castlevania 4. I think that's probably my favorite one. Next to like I think the top ones for me are for sure like I do love Symphony of the Night, but I think like Super Castlevania 4 is my favorite, and then it's probably Rondo of Blood, and then it's probably the Saga one, Bloodlines,
Yeah.
and then Symphony of the Night. Like I do like the Metroidvania stuff,
Yeah.
but not nearly as much as just like fucking straight up levels.
Yeah, there is something
Yeah, dude.
about the classic Castlevania style, because when they got to the Metroidvanias, it felt they were trying too hard to constrain themselves within like the castle, and they wouldn't let themselves expand a huge amount. Where it's what makes, say, the original Castlevania cool is that you have all those different levels and kind of like the build up to the castle, and also particularly
Yeah.
with 3 as well. Like you get all those real cool like classic Universal horror kind of spooky sceneries, you know.
Yeah, like graveyards, the fucking the villages on fire and shit like that. The underwater caves. Yeah, it was awesome.
And look, I might get shot for saying this. Like, I know Symphony of the Night has like a fucking bitchin' soundtrack, but man, Rondo of Blood.
No, you're not getting shot.
Insane,
I agree.
dude.
Yeah, you're not gonna get shot for that.
Yeah, I think that's
like,
it's arguably like not incorrect.
Yeah. Rondo's so
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
I feel like with Rondo, that was probably the first time they were like, dude, we could do CD quality audio for this bitch. Because that was the first Castlevania on a CD, wasn't it? Was
Yeah.
The PC,
on the TurboGrafx
the PC engine.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night came out like I think 4 years later. I think. For the PS1.
That's what I thought.
That said, though, the Super Castlevania 4 soundtrack is also insane, and like
it's the best part of the game.
I've said it before that like sometimes the Super Nintendo had like insanely good audio for what it was, and sometimes it was damn near like it sounded almost like CD quality.
Yeah, Dracula X.
Oh yeah.
SNES. Fuck, that sounds like that's almost CD quality.
Well, I think I might be wrong about this, but I think Dracula X it's one of the few games that has like its own like chip on it. Like I know the Mega Man X games had that, and it was something to do with like it allowed it to have, I don't know, more processing power. It had something like, because I remember
the Super
way back
FX
in the day.
chip?
No,
that was for like the 3D shit for like Star Fox.
It's probably like I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of the chip.
Yeah, like Mega Man X had it.
It's also Konami, so they probably had their own custom sound chip that they made.
Yeah, but yeah,
Man,
Dracula X.
As questionable as that game is, that fucking soundtrack is fucking.
Soundtrack's the best part of that game too. But we should go back to the original Castlevania because it still holds up. It's still like it's good, a fantastic game, and it did lay the groundwork for a lot of like action 2D platformers to come, because like Mega Man was still a year away at that point. I mean, you had Metroid at the same year, but it was a different thing. These two series seem to be interlocked with each other. I don't know what happened. But Castlevania had a much different trajectory at the time, and yeah, the game holds up a lot better, I think, than some people would realize. Like, yeah, it's an old ass game from 1986, but it still controls really well, and it's still super fun to play.
And it looks great too, dude. The graphics are so fucking colorful and popping.
The blue and orange constant is just great. And I don't know, I could be weird, but I've always thought the weird wonky control in Castlevania was the point. Like only be able to whip forward, the weird jump trajectories, all that kind of shit. Like that's kind of what makes Castlevania. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely done specifically. It was designed specifically to work that way. Kind of like how the Dark Souls games are controlled in a very specific way for the combat, and that's kind of the same thing, I think, with the Castlevania.
Yeah, because I wouldn't say Castlevania is like a horror series; it's like horror adjacent. But usually, what makes horror games like what helps with them is the control, like restricting the player in certain things that they could do. Like that's what makes the original Resident Evil work so well, is those weird fucking tank controls. Yeah, and then Castlevania is something similar to that, where you're not always in complete control of the character, but you have just enough to get out of weird situations when you need to, and you learn how to use all the sub weapons. Like all of this, like when you get the knife, you're like, "Fuck, man! I had the fucking axe. The arcing axe is amazing."
Wait, hang on. What's all of our favorite sub weapons?
The potion, just
the holy water.
Yeah. It depends on which game, because the holy water in Symphony of the Night is so fucking overpowered.
Yeah, it really is.
At least in the first castle, because you can just steal that shit down and fucking take out a boss in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Or like in the earlier games, if you're able to get the cross and then the number 3 symbol, like that could help bosses like crazy. So you can just chuck 3 of those crosses,
depending on the game.
I'm weird, and I just stick with the old reliable fucking axe.
Hey, the axe is great as well.
Yeah, dude.
They all have a purpose.
Shots. Pulling off a cool skill shot with the axe. You're just like, I might not make this, but you jump, chuck it, and then it murders an enemy, and you're like,
Oh yeah, when you get
Okay.
those fucking like birds or bats up top, like you see
Yeah,
them
dude.
perched there, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking go for it. And then when you get it, it always feels good.
But like all this cool shit aside, I fucking hate the floating Medusa head stages. That shit.
Oh yeah,
I just hate the floating Medusa heads in general. Because
They've
I feel
always
like there's
been
no
shit.
rhyme or reason to them.
It drives me fucking insane, dude. Because like they'll
especially
become,
in like the later games where like you have the one that like fucking freezes you.
yeah, dude. I'm pretty sure there was one part in Super Castlevania 4 that my brother and I couldn't beat back in the day, which was with all those fucking floating Medusa heads that would turn you to stone. I'm pretty sure, or maybe that was a boss.
Yeah. It was like it was like the gold ones, I think.
Was that the level with like the where the background was like turning? I think that was that part, wasn't it?
I don't think the gold ones were in that one. I think it was just the standard ones.
It was pretty early on.
I remember that level being a real son of a bitch.
Speaking of real son of a bitch, Castle. Well, I guess there's Vampire Killer, which
that is Castlevania, but the MSX2 version.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never played that.
One of them for one of those Japanese computers is like a weird one. It's kind of like a Metroidvania because you find like keys to unlock the doors, but then it's not. It's like a really weird one. And then there's like the kind of remake of the first Castlevania for I think the PC 88 or 88, one of them.
Ooh,
yeah.
Well, let's skip that thing and we'll go to Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. That's what I meant by like a real son of a bitch, because that game is like
this game
cryptic.
Sucks. No,
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Yeah, Scott the Woz. Oh, it's
no AVGN.
Oh yeah,
because this was the first AVGN review, was him bitching about Simon's Quest, and he's gone back to it ever since. And it's like, I think it's kind of hurt the reputation of this game, because honestly, Simon's Quest is not that bad of a game. It's really not. It's not perfect.
It's cryptic as fuck at times.
Oh, absolutely.
But like, it's still
it is,
pretty
but
good.
there's good ROM hacks out there now too that have like improvements.
Yeah, I think it's called Redacted.
Yeah, that
one's
fucking
good.
version is insanely good, man, and it takes away a lot of like the bullshit, but still keeps it like, but not. It's not like reductive of like, oh, like now it's super easy. It's just more of like it'll be obvious that you have to go kneel in front of that fucking one place at a certain time
with the red crystal and get the tornado. Yeah,
like you'll talk to somebody and they'll be like, "Hey, you know what's up? In that forest over there, do this," and like you just go do it.
yeah. Like
there's like a Maury interview. Like you are not the father.
I think half the problem of Simon's Quest was it was just translation errors and stuff like that.
Yeah, it totally was. Yeah,
if you look into the Death Star, you'll die.
Obscene shit to you. They'd just be like, "Horse, left stable, pills."
My favorite
also
was
like the cartridge space and everything. They had to like find a way to fit in. I think the Japanese version is cryptic as well. It's just something got lost in translation. Plus the memory space for the text, they had to like condense it, and they just give you some weird shit.
Yeah, there's stuff like people saying, "Don't look into the Death Star or you'll die."
Yeah,
like,
don't
what?
look into the Morning Star. And like, what? Then you buy a Morning Star. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
dude?
and there's like randomly it was like, let's stay here together. It's like, what?
Hell yeah,
what's wrong with you? So,
what's up, Cheryl?
Yeah.
But what's with all the? Not. Go ahead, dude.
So the redacted, it changes all of the villager text, so it actually tells you what to fucking do. It increases the text speed. The day to night transition is super fast. Like it does a lot. It fixes a lot of the little things that are wrong with Simon's Quest. I mean, it still has like the dungeons or whatever aren't really that great. The bosses are way too fucking easy. Like, why do I have to throw an oak stake at an orb? You know, all this like random stuff. But you could tell like it seems to be a common thing with a lot of long-running game franchises. The second game in the series is kind of weird. Like Mario 2, Zelda 2, Castlevania 2, Dark Souls 2,
Zelda 2.
Final Fantasy 2. Like, a lot of these are like the weird black sheeps of the franchise. And Simon's Quest is kind of like when the Igavania started happening, it kind of put this one in a different perspective, but you know, Simon's Quest, if you just pull up a walkthrough, you'll be fine.
Why did you do that?
That's the best way I could say it. I think it was. I think the guide for it was the second issue of Nintendo Power.
What a horrible night
It
to have a
was
curse.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
What a complete dog shit fucking ass balls night to have a curse, man.
Exactly.
Never fails.
Hey, it has some of the most iconic music in it too.
Oh yeah,
Like
music's
fucking
great.
Bloody Tears, man.
Oh yeah, Bloody Tears is iconic.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's see. Oh yeah, there was the Game Boy versions of these games like Castlevania: The Adventure. I never played that, but I remember seeing that on the 3DS. The
I
3DS
Oh,
virtual
the first
console.
one is like fucking borderline garbage
I
because it
think I
moves
played
so
that
fucking
one.
slow, and
Yeah.
it's like screen tearing for some reason on the
What
Game
the
Boy.
fuck?
It's,
Is
like,
that on
really
the
fucking
is that on
weird.
the Castlevania Anniversary Collection?
Probably.
Because I think that's when I played it, and yeah, it is.
It is, yes.
Ugh. Yeah.
It has like slowdowns. It's really fucking weird. But then the second one's like hella fucking good.
Ooh.
Oh,
And then we get to
Belmont's Revenge, I believe.
Yeah.
then we get to Dracula or Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, and
Great.
this game is
fucking game.
tough,
That's
but
fine.
it fucks.
I
fine.
fucking love this game. It's the basis for the very popular Castlevania anime, so this game was used for that.
It
And-
is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because it
the
stars
first
Trevor.
4 seasons are based on that one because
Yeah.
almost all the characters except the pirate is from my understanding isn't in it.
Because
But-
it's Trevor Belmont, who is a ancestor to Simon, and then and it has Alucard in it. It's the first time we see Alucard in the series, and Dracula, Castlevania 3, I've always liked, despite it being really fucking hard. Like probably
Yeah,
the
that
hardest
knockback
one
is
of the
ridiculous.
one of the hardest games in the series for sure. Like the enemy placement is ridiculous as well. I love that it's like non-linear. Like when you get to the end of a level, you have
Oh,
like the different
yeah.
paths you can choose. You can you meet new characters and can be them. So you could be, say, the thief. What's her name? Sypha, I think. The
Yeah,
girl
I
with all
think
the
something like
sorcerer
that.
powers. You could be her. You could be Alucard. They all have their own different abilities. But you can only have 2. You can have like Trevor and then somebody else. So you kind of have to choose. It's very much you can have a different experience with it every time.
What's
I don't have a
interesting
lot
is the Japanese version is like a lot easier. Not a lot easier, but it's easier. And then like the pirate guy, like he has in the US version he has that knife.
Yeah.
But in the Japanese version, it's actually infinite daggers he just throws.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
it makes using him kind of a easy mode in a sense because you can just chuck
you can
daggers
just stick
at
to
the fucking
walls and chuck
bosses.
daggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's
It's
why.
kind of crazy how much Castlevania has influenced too. Like I would almost even the first time playing Bloodborne, I was like, this is Castlevania. Like it felt very Castlevania to me.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's why I like that one so much. Like I'm always looking for things that are influenced by Castlevania. I would almost say that Castlevania Lords of Shadow is influenced by Castlevania because that's not it's not a normal Castlevania game, but it's fucking good though. I loved Lords of Shadow.
We'll get to it.
By the way, I'm looking at the cover art for the game on Wikipedia, and it says you could win a trip to Dracula's hometown. That's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
You could go to Transylvania.
Damn
Fuck
right.
yeah, dude. No, it's like
That was almost in the U.S.
fucking what is
Pennsylvania because they can't afford to send you to Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Well, apparently there was a time where the U.S. almost had a state named Transylvania.
Oh, that'd be fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I'd live in Transylvania. The
Man,
state.
I
If
kind
only.
of almost want like a remake of the first 3 Castlevanias, but just like tweaking them.
The first one's been remade like 15 times, dude. That's been remade so many fucking times.
Yeah, that Wii one? I forget the name of it.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Judgment
a
There's like
remake?
Castlevania Rebirth.
ReBirth.
And then
Is that a
there
remake
was the
of Castlevania 1?
for the PS1, which was the remake of the MSX version or the PC 90 version, which was a
Rondo.
remake kind of the
Okay.
NES version.
Huh.
And then probably like 3 or 4 others I can't think of, but yeah, the first one's been remade a bunch.
Well, fuck what I said then.
Maybe like
Redacted.
a more faithful, like modern remake of it, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can get these games through the anniversary collections that are on everything, but you know,
I mean, it's Konami's who we can't really
we can't trust them.
expect them to do
No.
anything.
I
Not
saw
at
that
all, dude.
Silent.
They take away everything that I love.
I saw that Silent Hill 2 trailer. I'm not confident.
The movie?
This not get
No,
started by
the
Silent Hill
remake of
2.
Silent Hill 2.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't look great.
I've been like holding out, like, please, Bloober, don't fuck this up. And then I like open my one eye and I'm like, fuck, they're fucking it up. Oh, fuck, they're fucking it up.
But I would put the blame for that on Konami because they're the ones.
No,
who should know better.
don't blame Konami. I mean, you can blame Konami, but it's also fucking the developers.
It's Bloober, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I don't think.
Bloober,
Well, I don't think.
dude.
Well, I know Bloober has their issues, but I don't think they're gonna like mess with the story. You know,
No,
They
they're
are
definitely
missing the
not gonna
story,
mess-
apparently.
Really?
they are.
I think so. I think some of the original team came back and made some changes, and they want to make more. But Bloober was like, no. But I guess they want to maybe.
I
do
swear to
things-
God.
Like the story's
I think,
fine. Don't
I
mess
think
with it.
the original creators want to do more of what they intended with the original one.
Yeah.
That might be okay. I just hope they
But-
don't make the nurses less hot.
I just don't trust
Don't make
Bloober
Pyramid Head
to-
less hot either.
Make Pyramid
just worried
Head have
about
that
the-
fucking huge dick.
I'm just worried about the subtleties being
That's
completely
his
gone
giant
because they want
knife.
to spell it out for
It's his
everybody.
giant dick. After that came Dracula 2 Belmont's Revenge on Game Boy. That doesn't matter because I didn't play it.
It matters to somebody, I imagine.
I mean,
It's
I'm
better-
sure.
it's
That's like,
better than
that's
the
like
first
the best of the Game Boy games.
Oh, really?
Potentially. There's another Game Boy one
Okay.
later that's pretty good.
Yeah, I have not played that one.
That one got completely fucking redacted. So
True.
Then we get to Super Castlevania 4.
where is it?
It's okay.
I actually
I'm
have.
kidding. It's like one of my favorites.
I think.
Fuck yeah.
I think it's a tad overrated.
You and Bill
Why?
both, man. Get off your
It-
high fucking. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Everyone,
It's
everyone's
not
got
a bad.
their case. I'm
It's not a
kidding.
bad
Yeah.
game, but as I had said before, what I really like about Castlevania is that weird wonky control. And this
Yeah.
game tries to be like, no, we have perfect control, and it controls beautifully. But I feel like that completely goes against what Castlevania is, and the game isn't then. The design isn't made to really accommodate the fact you can whip in 8 directions. Like, I can
Yeah,
whip
but-
in 8 directions. Why the fuck do I need any of the sub weapons? What do I? How many
'Cause
times
you
do you
get the
throw the
floppy
knife?
whip.
True.
How many times
the
do you?
floppy
you can
whip, man.
You can do the floppy.
Yeah, you can do the
switch.
floppy
Play,
whip.
play it for the floppy whip. The
But other
do the
Castlevanias have
floppy
it.
whip.
Do
They added
floppy
it-
That's the
whip.
first one
Whip
to
your
have
dick
it,
out and
though.
do the floppy whip.
You fucking did it. No.
You
Oh,
did this.
Oh man, some of the
your
stuff
super.
they did, some of the stuff they did with like the
And
levels
well,
and,
it's
like
also
the
a remake
graphics.
of the first game, technically.
It is
Again, fuck
technically
what
a
I
remake of
said,
the
dude.
first game. Yeah, that's like the.
Why
yeah, that's,
haven't they remade the first game?
yeah, Thrak,
Aaron,
that's
they
what I was
remade it.
forgetting.
They did in
Fucking Super
1991.
Castlevania 4 Part 1.
Yeah. It's a good game. I just think it had so much potential to be more. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't want to make it
feel
just
that.
a standard Castlevania game. They wanted to do something different, but it feels kind of half-assed in certain aspects. So when I play it, I'm just like, man,
Half-assed
they
in
could have done
aspects.
like the bits where it's like you can swing, from the whips and all that. Like when you're
Yeah.
hanging there and the whole level turns, like that stuff's really fucking cool. But I wish they could have done more with that. You know what I mean? That's all.
I feel
It
it.
has mode 7, Thrak.
It does.
Mode 7.
It's a lot. Great mode 7, but I like Pilot Wings.
Hey, man, it was an early-ish Super
Pilot
Nintendo
is
game.
good.
Yeah, dude, the penguin dive board. It's good shit.
Oh fuck, man. Oh.
Speaking of penguin diving boards, what's the next Castlevania?
Jerry, I'm glad you asked. It's I almost tried to read the Japanese name, but it's the
Go
Castlevania
ahead.
Chronicles. Akumajo Dracula.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Castlevania-
weird like X6800 Castlevania game, I think.
That's
Yeah.
the one I was talking
And-
about, where like you collect keys and shit to open doors, kind of. But it was also
Yeah.
the first Castlevania.
Which is a
Yeah.
a remake of the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was it came out for the Sharp.
Jesus Christ.
Again, fuck what I said.
see, Simon's Quest needs a remake. There you go.
Come watch out, Aaron. There's like 4 more remakes coming up.
Fuck, do you want me to
Honestly, I would love a Simon's Quest remake. I think
No
that would.
way.
I think that would be really
honestly, I honestly have a strong love for Simon's Quest, flaws and all.
I see that.
It's like I was like fucking 5 and that shit came out. And like, I want it, and because it has that really weird commercial.
Yeah,
It's the kid playing it, and like a fucking werewolf comes to the window or some shit. It's like really weird.
That's awesome.
And then I was fucking like 5. Oh, Simon's Quest. And then parents got it for me. I didn't know what the fuck to do, so I think I watched my brother beat it because he had the Nintendo Power.
Oh hell yeah! Now you're playing with power,
Nintendo.
Dude. And then next we get to, I'm pretty sure this is my favorite of like the more linear Castlevania games, Rondo of Blood.
Is this one considered the best in the series?
Pretty high up there. I
It's
think
high
like
up
between
there.
this and Symphony of the Night, they're like
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
2 big
See,
ones.
I've always felt this game, the only reason it's considered the best is because it never left Japan. You know, just
No, it's the best.
it gets like a
It's-
mythical
No,
status.
It's
dude.
actually
to it.
awesome, man.
No, it is a
It's
good game. I'm not
insanely
saying
good.
it's a bad game, but I just sometimes I get that sense that like, oh, it has like a mythical status because it, we never got it properly. So people are like, oh, it's the best game. You know, it's like
I get
almost
what
like a
you mean,
Mother
yeah.
3.
No,
kinda
it's the
thing.
best game
But it
because
is a good game.
arguably it's fucking solid as fuck, dude.
No, it is a
And
great
it's got-
game.
It's got
It's
a
got
lot of
cutscenes and shit.
It does.
and the really cool secrets. Like there's so many ways you can get through a level and like either cut through this one area, completely bypass another by going, up some stairs instead of going
Yeah.
down some
Yeah,
stairs or something.
the replayability is fucking crazy, and then
Oh,
you
it's
can fucking
fantastic.
unlock Maria,
Yeah,
and then she's a fucking little
that's basically
What's that
easy
word?
mode for the game, man.
yeah easy mode. She just fucks everything up for fucking birds and shit.
the fucking birds, dude. And then the soundtrack, dude. Oh
Maria
god,
soundtrack. Oh,
Yeah,
my
the soundtrack
God.
is absolutely insane.
my dude. Oh my god, like the first stage. As soon as Vampire Killer starts to play, I get rock hard, man. It's so good.
There's a vampire killer for you.
Fucking great. So, yeah. Yeah. Correct
And
that
actually-
whip.
I'm actually thinking like the early
put me on
levels, you're
Devo.
actually walking through the town of fucking Simon's Quest too, from correct.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like
Oh,
right at
yeah.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, because the ending of this game is the beginning of Symphony of the Night. They're directly
Yeah.
connected.
And what the fuck is it? The item crash system is pretty fucking sweet too. You can annihilate the entire screen, but at the cost of your sub weapon. Yeah, pretty
And I
dope.
think some of the bosses have like desperation kills, like right before they die. They
Yeah.
can, like,
Yeah.
fucking-
Yep.
Well, what was that game that came out that was like a throwback to the old Castlevanias? But I think it was
Infernax?
Bloodstained?
Bloodstained.
Yeah, Bloodstained, but
Bloodstained.
not the like the
Curse of the
there was
Moon.
like
It
the
was like a spin-off game.
yes,
Yeah.
the Curse of the Moon
Yeah,
ones.
I-
The first two,
I played
fuck, they're good.
I played
Yeah.
the first Curse of the Moon and beat it. That game, yeah, it's very much a tribute to probably more Castlevania 1 than any, or if
Yeah,
anything,
definitely.
like 1 and 3.
I think 3 is what I heard a lot of people saying it is the most
and it
liked.
is fan-fucking-tastic. Like,
I
Have
need
you
to
played
get
the
those.
second
I
one?
have not.
The second one is fully
But I-
co-op, dude. And it's
Yeah.
fucking
But
crazy.
I also haven't played Ritual of the Night either. So.
Dude, Inti
I haven't either.
Creates does not miss.
Well,
Inti
I've
Creates
been
never
Bloodstained's
misses.
fucking
'Cause
it's
Curse-
fucking great. It's like as close to as a Symphony Night sequel we'll ever get, and it's
Yeah.
fucking hard. Like
Yeah.
if you were worried that if you complained about Symphony Night being easy, this shit's fucking hard.
Yeah, dude.
yeah.
Because wasn't
Yeah, I would say
'cause-
especially towards the end, like I got stuck on the end boss because that bitch fucking kicked my ass.
Because wasn't Curse of the Moon? I believe it was a stretch goal when Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was
Yeah.
like a Kickstarter. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude.
we'll just make like a random old Castlevania game, and people seem to like it more than Ritual of the Night.
Yeah.
But I
It's
think
crazy
Ritual of the
'cause-
Night, like recently, people have started to be kinder to it. Because I know when it came out, people weren't too high on it.
When it came
Yeah.
out, it was kind of rough, and then it took them forever to add stuff. But they've been still updating shit over the years. I think
Mhm.
they just
That's
added they just added some new mode
Yeah,
recently.
but I hear
It's a lot
people,
better
people
now.
tend to like it more. Yeah, now.
I just know the Switch version's kind of crap, but
Yeah,
It
the
is.
frame rate
Yeah.
is really bad.
Yeah, that's what I've
Again,
heard.
dude, Inti Creates does not fucking miss. They did
I need to fucking play those other two though.
they
I
did
haven't bought them yet.
they did the fucking Blaster Master Zero trilogy,
Oh, those
which
Blaster
are
Master
really
games are good.
fucking
Those games
good.
are dope.
They did the one with like it's like
Gunvolt.
Yeah, they had Gunvolt, but then they did like the crossover thing with Gunvolt and the Mighty Number 9. Not Mighty Number 9, but like it's like Mighty Gunvolt.
That's not a good game.
No.
They never miss Mighty Number 9.
Shut up. They did a crossover. Stop using my words against me. No, they did that crossover of Gunvolt and Mighty Number 9 called Mighty Gunvolt, and you could like it's like Mega Man, but you could basically make your own like Mega Busters and shit, dude. It's so fucking tits.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of tits. Castlevania Bloodlines
This
for
game is
Genesis,
the
baby.
tits.
Yeah,
that game is fucking.
This might be my favorite game in the
I just beat this
series.
last year.
Yeah, it's a fucking great. It might be my favorite Castlevania of all of them, for real.
you and Bill are a
it's not
match
a bad
made in
choice,
heaven,
but
dude.
you can't.
At the very least, it's my favorite of the like classic style Castlevania.
Like the 2D,
games.
the side scrolling.
like the non-Metroidvania
Well, not the side scrolling,
ones.
but yeah.
The
It's. I
level
mean,
based,
Yeah, level.
there's no
based
argument there. Like I love Rondo of Blood, but Bloodlines is fucking like one of my top 3 like Genesis games, and it's fucking soundtrack and everything's fucking killer.
And I had a physical of this for the Genesis like a long time
I do.
ago.
I do. I have a copy of that.
I sold it a long time ago, like an idiot. But you know,
We all
I
do
was
that,
able to
man.
grab a copy before they started getting expensive. I think I got mine for like $25 a couple of years ago.
I think when I bought it like
fuck.
many years ago, it was like $40, but it was like complete in box, like case, manual, the
Oh,
whole
that's pretty
thing.
fucking
I had
good, man.
Yeah,
I don't have
now
a
it's
card.
like
I have
a lot
I
of
have it
money.
somewhere. So I have to grab it.
I'm curious to what it goes for now. Probably a lot of money.
Probably way too much.
Probably like I would say 50 or 60, maybe like loose.
Well, that's not a terrible price for it.
I'm about to find out.
Let's see. Here we go. Loose, it is $65. Complete,
Oh,
$196. Holy
Oh my
shit!
God. dude.
Damn.
I had a complete copy.
Fucking A, man.
I mean, it's not like as expensive as like fucking Earthbound or Chrono Trigger. So
No.
you know, it's
And
still
the
kind
good
of
thing
reasonable.
is Bloodlines has become much more readily available because it's in
Yeah.
that anniversary collection. It was on the Sega Genesis Mini, and it's also on the NSO expansion for the Genesis as well. So
Is
Yeah.
it also on the collection or no?
yeah,
the Castlevania
the
collection.
anniversary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they
I
made
love
it.
And you know what's fucking crazy about this is the whip user Quincy John Morris, like apparently he is the son of Quincy Morris, who's a character in the fucking Dracula novel, like the Bram Stoker book.
That's cool.
And so I'm like, so this makes the Dracula novel canon with the series.
What about
Like,
Dracula 2000?
Yeah, and where does Quincy Jones fit into this?
Quincy Jones loves Castlevania.
Oh shit. Oh dude.
Oh.
Next up is Castlevania Dracula X, which listeners, if you don't know, it's basically just a remake of would you consider it a remake of Rondo? of
I
Blood?
call it
Or
an
is like a
adaptation.
It's a
Downgrade.
poor adaptation.
Yeah.
Adaptation
It's
is
like a
a good
downgrade
way-
of
yeah.
Rondo of Blood.
A downgrade,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's
The music
like
is fantastic, but like the fucking level design and shit is
Yeah.
kind of trash.
I don't hate the game, but like comparing
Me
it to
either.
Rondo of Blood makes it look like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing
And-
is, though, they could have made like a mini Rondo of Blood, but
Yeah.
for whatever reason, they made that, and it just kind of feels like they just threw it together kind of quickly. Not quickly, but
And then when they released the Castlevania Advanced Collection, which by the
Mhm.
way is worth owning because those 3 games are fucking excellent.
Damn right
they were
are.
like, here's Dracula X too, and
and everyone's like,
everybody
why?
was-
And I was like,
everyone's
why
like, no,
not?
you
it's
keep
the
that.
game nobody wants. It's a black sheep here, you know.
It's like that
We-
one Family Guy episode where Peter's going to the video store and he's trying to get this one video, but then he's like, how about this copy of whatever the fuck Will Smith video was? What
Click?
was it? No,
AI.
Men in Black
No.
2.
no, I don't know, but
Hitch.
yeah, no.
I Am Legend.
Hutch. Was he in that movie?
It had happiness in the title. In
Pursuit of
Pursuit of Happiness.
In Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But yeah. Dracula X, everybody.
Okay.
I feel like with putting that in the advanced collections, like they forgot to put it in the anniversary collection. They're like, oh shit, we should probably like get this out of here real quick.
Everybody was like, "No, you can just fucking keep that, man."
It was like Chronicles.
Or there's, I just
something.
picture like somebody that's responsible for like creating that, just like making a folder and placing ROMs in there, and they're just like, "Hey, Dave, you got the ROMs ready to go for the collection?" He's like, "Yup," and then he just like does like a zip file, and then they're like, "Did you put Dracula X in there? And he's like, no, yeah,
He's
it's
like,
in there,
"Yeah?"
man. Yeah.
Like, we can't just sell 3 ROMs. We have to add a fourth
that's
one
what I think
in
it
there.
is. They're probably like,
Shit.
they're probably like, hey,
God damn it, Dave! I thought you said all the ROMs were in this zip file.
Even though it's
they're
not
just
in
like,
names.
hey, we need some filler, and nobody likes this game, so let's just put it on this one, so no one's gonna miss it.
Like, it was the Advance collection because they were Game Boy Advance. It would have made more sense to put the Game Boy games on there, or like, I don't know.
Yeah, they could
Instead
have
they
thrown
were-
Also,
the 3 Game Boy games.
Before we
But
go
those
any
were on
further,
the anniversary collection.
there's a
Oh.
game that we kind of overlooked in the timeline of these games. That's a spin-off of Castlevania that I played and is
Oh, I
very
know.
good.
Kid Dracula.
Kid Dracula.
That is a
Yeah.
fucking banger.
awesome.
I believe
Yeah.
that's
Kid
on the
Dracula
anniversary collection as well.
bugs.
Yeah, it is.
Everything's on the anniversary collection except
Honestly,
fucking
like,
Dracula.
yeah, seriously. Like, listeners, if you don't have the anniversary collection, grab it. It probably goes on
It's
sale
on
all the
sale.
time.
Yeah, it's on sale a lot for
Does the anniversary
$7.50.
collection also have the Japanese PC games?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think
Wow,
it does.
they just did not want to Dracula,
'Cause
Dracula X on there, did they?
The only English version of Rondo of Blood is on that Castlevania Requiem collection, which is still, as far as I know, PS4 only.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
really
yeah,
fucking
which is
weird.
weird.
That's such a fucking
Because
Sony
Symphony
thing
of
to
the
do.
Night's on Xbox through the 360, like the XBLA version. But other than that, like, Switch doesn't have Symphony of the Night, which feels like a
I know.
crime.
It's stupid.
Actually, I think Rondo of Blood was on oh, you said the English version. I think it was on the Wii Virtual Console. I want to say.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
like just the Japanese ROM. They didn't translate it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
right now,
But
at
they-
the time of recording, the Castlevania Anniversary Collection is $4 on Xbox.
Holy shit!
Steal, dude. That's so many
I'm
fucking
buying
awesome
it right
games.
now.
Look at that artwork.
Yeah, that
Buy
artwork
it.
is
Where'd
fucking
it go?
tits, dude.
What the hell's going on?
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
What the fuck was I gonna say?
Dracula X, it's whatever. Move on.
It's for the kids.
I
But
do
yeah,
like
ne-
that.
Oh.
I like the version of it on there. It's pretty good.
I was gonna say that Rondo of Blood was on PSP. Like they remade it and they had the original version
Yeah.
on there, which is
Yeah.
weird. But again, only
That was cool.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then they had the weird new dubbing of Symphony of the Night on there, right? Or was that the Xbox that did that?
I think it
I
was
forget.
I think it
I
was
think the PSP
PSP.
version did it, and nobody liked it, even though technically it was superior. But you
Yeah.
know,
It is what it is.
what is a man?
Speaking of that, yeah, next up is Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night.
Which yeah, I mean it's
Look,
fucking awesome.
It's not-
Another
it's-
game
it's-
that has a mythical status to it. I think we could agree.
I think it kind
Yeah.
of set the stage for a completely different jump. Like, I know that it borrowed from Metroid and like Super Metroid.
Not
And
not
in my
according to
opinion-
Iga. He was like, "No, I was inspired by Zelda." It's like, "Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy."
No,
What?
fucking
That's what-
weren't.
No,
I can
fucking
see the
drugs.
Zelda influence
It's like
there, but like
Plock.
the map system, it's the
like
fucking
Plock.
same.
Like block. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
Look, it's
I don't-
exactly how I imagine it. Basically, it's Kirby's Dream Course with Yoshi's Safari.
That's Yoshi's Cookie you're thinking of, you son of a bitch.
Dude, I'm imagining like
So
Kirby's
dirty.
Dream Course with like Castlevania characters now. That'd be
Dude, yeah.
amazing.
Castlevania pinball. That could actually be pretty stupid.
Castlevania.
Well,
Don't
I'm pretty
get
sure
me
there's a
excited.
Castlevania
Pachinko.
pinball somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, probably.
But yeah, Symphony of the Night. It's pretty cool.
It's a
I
good
played
game.
a lot. I've got it on the old Xbox Series X with the
Me too.
with all the cool enhancements, and it's fucking awesome. I've got it on the old Amber Nick, the PS1 version and the Saturn version, which recently got that cool translation with all the cool bug fixes and the extra playable characters and shit.
And you can actually pull up the map with a single button instead of going to the menu.
Yep. It's awesome,
Thank
man.
God.
God,
Yeah.
the Saturn version. I need to finish playing that one.
Yeah.
It's
It was
great.
exactly the same game, besides like one extra room. But
Yeah.
so fun fact, I have never fully finished this game. I've gotten to the
Show's canceled.
end,
Sounds
the
good.
quote unquote end, and then I was like, cool, guess I'm done. And it was only like in the last 10 years that someone was like, so you didn't keep going? You didn't do like the upside down fucking shit? And I was like, the what?
You're
And he was like, you stopped at that part? And I was like, I beat the fucking game. And he was like, you didn't beat shit.
No, I just imagine he just like puts his hand on your shoulder and says, buddy, the castle goes upside down.
Yeah.
You have to beat it again.
You shut your whore mouth.
Go now, son. Go.
Yeah.
Run home. Run as fast as you can.
And don't stop till you get there.
I'm gonna be
you just see
Castlevania. Gonna be Castle. It fucking works, dude. Shit.
I just picture myself running like
Slugworth is
Forrest
like-
Gump with his little knee braces and shit on, and they're all falling apart. I'm running so fast to get to the fucking upside down castle. All my knee braces falling
Oh my
apart and
god. Okay, Jenny.
shit. Dude, man,
Jenny,
can we talk about
have you
Forrest Gump
played
for a
Symphony of
second?
the
Dude.
Night?
Yeah, he gets done so fucking dirty, dude.
Man, Jenny, what a bitch. Like, she was using him. So she wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like, dude, there's some fucking weird moral compass shit going on there. Because, like,
yeah.
she had to have known. Like, Forrest wasn't, like, you know.
Just say it. Come on.
He wasn't all the way there.
Yeah, the fucking.
On the spectrum.
Something, you know.
Forrest was special. Forrest was special.
He was a very special boy.
You know, I love you, Jenny. Like who talks like that?
And the worst thing is that he did genuinely love her, and she knew that. And
Yeah, and
used
then
it.
she fucked him, and then she was like, "By the way, AIDS."
She's like I have 3
here's
years
your
left
son.
to live.
I'm gonna die of AIDS now. Have fun raising him.
Yeah, she goes back to him and
die
she's
of
like,
AIDS
she's
now.
on her
Bye.
fucking deathbed. By the way, Forrest, I'm dying. Take me back.
Yeah.
But I love ice cream, Jenny. Dude, Castlevania Legends though. I haven't played this one.
It's on the Game Boy NSO now.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
you
of
can check it out
Jenny,
there.
how about Castlevania fucking
Legends.
what's it called?
Castlevania Legends.
Castlevania Jenny.
Castlevania Legends.
Castlevania
Castlevania Jenny.
Legends.
Is the one where Jenny fights fucking
Jens.
Dracula. She's a fucking descendant of the Belmonts.
She's a succubus, but like instead she gives you AIDS.
Jenny Belmont.
AIDS succubus.
After she dies, she leaves like the vampire killer on like a nightstand with a note saying to Forrest,
And her boss theme is "Everyone has AIDS." AIDS, 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 AIDS.
"We are the world."
Oh man, dude. Fuck yeah! Guess what's next? Castlevania 64.
Oh fuck
It's
this
completely
shit!
skipped over
This
the
game
game.
sucks.
Hey.
It's not a
Hey.
good game.
Throw some. Well,
Those skeletons
Yes,
look
it
bitchin'.
is.
Castlevania 64 is an okay game, but Castlevania Legacy of Darkness is a fucking good
It
game.
was so bad
Castlevania
they had to
64
remake
is
it.
like the better version of Castlevania
Yeah,
Legacy of Darkness.
just play Legacy of Darkness.
Name
Fuck
a better
64.
game. Name a better game with skeletons on motorcycles. You can't. Well, I guess
Let me check.
There was the Ghost Rider game for PS2, so I guess I just fucked myself.
That game is cool.
fucking
Remake
the Shin Megami
Castlevania
games have
1.
fucking skeletons on motorcycles.
I'll say that Ghost Rider PS2 game is kind of cool. Sam Barlow was
I know,
involved in it.
I fucked it.
There's a Ghost Rider PS2 game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was based on the Nick
Oh,
Cage.
based on the
movie.
movie?
hit.
Oh, that's probably why
The
The
hit
hit
Nicolas
movie.
Cage.
I didn't
yeah,
bother.
dude.
I erased it from my memory. It's not like the Punisher game.
I bet,
But yeah,
I bet
no,
Nick
I-
Cage did too.
I recently beat Legacy of Darkness, and I could not believe how good it was. Like, because I had always heard about how terrible this game was. And after I did my Mr. build, I was like, and like when the N64 was in development on Mr., and I was kind of taking part in just testing some games and stuff. And I threw that on when Robert released the Turbo core. And I was like, holy fuck. And my buddy came over. He has an actual N64 with an HDMI mod and an EverDrive. And when I showed him Legacy of Darkness with the expansion pack enabled, running on the turbo core, and it was like a nice locked frame rate, he was like, holy shit, dude, this is fucking tight.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, we got through like the first half of that game, I think, in like one night. And it's so fucking good. It's way better than I even expected it to be.
I need to describe the we're on Legacy of Darkness now, by the way. I need to describe the cover art to this game for the listeners because it's fucking wild. So you've got a werewolf with huge titties on what looks like the moon. It looks like it's on the moon,
but the
and
moon's
it's
in the
stepping on a
background.
skeleton. Yeah, and then there's a castle
on the moon, and
We got
there's like
two
a moon
moon
in the
action
background.
right here.
Yeah. Then there's a castle in the background. Then there's Megamind in the top left. So that's cool. Werewolf titties, moon Megamind. Yeah,
Very, very late
Legacy
90s,
of Darkness,
early 2000s.
baby.
fucking I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Legacy of Genie.
yeah,
Legacy of AIDS.
Jenny of Darkness.
We're getting
Yeah,
canceled,
this game-
boys.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this is the one.
This game's fine, but Castlevania has struggled with the 3D, which is why
Yeah.
there's not that
I
many
mean,
3D games in the series.
In the game's defense, at the time, everything was struggling with fucking 3D.
True.
You know,
Earthworm Jim.
2D games
Ugh.
trying to go to 3D.
It's not
they
good
all
in
can't
2D
be
either.
fucking Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time, man.
Oh,
At least it's-
shit.
Even
it's
then,
not- at least
those
it's not
games are
Bubsy
rough around
3D.
the edges. So
Bubsy.
Bubsy
Fucking
was
Bubsy.
barely 3D, bro. It would
Oh man.
just
I
fucking barely.
secretly love that game.
Bubsy 3D.
It's kind of amazing.
It's like
Explain
amazing in like a
yourself.
Sonic 06 way.
You're doing a
Yes,
crack.
it's so fucking awful that I kind of love it.
Hey, that's our next. I changed my mind. Our next game is Bubsy 3D.
Let's do it.
For the
I'm
Oh
in.
fucking-
no, dude.
No, I'm not doing.
I'm
I'm
in.
not fucking going.
I'm barely making it through Sonic
Thrak,
06.
if you beat Sonic 06, I will change my mind and we'll play Bubsy 3D.
I'll beat Sonic 06 on PS3.
I don't think
Oh,
you
I'm so
will,
sorry.
dude.
That's a
Sonic
nightmare.
06 sucks. Yeah.
How long is it?
Too long.
Forever.
Like 12 hours, 10 hours maybe.
12 hours? I'm out.
10
It
hours.
feels longer than that.
It might be
Ugh.
shorter. It might be like shorter, but it's fucking pure hell.
It is, dude.
Let's
I
see.
beat it.
How
I'm
long
the only,
to how long
me and
to
the
beat
guy
has
Adam
it
are the
at
only two idiots
about
that beat the fucking
17?
game.
Oh, so imagine
16 hours, my god.
I don't think
imagine
it's
like
16 hours.
On
Is
how
he-
long to beat, main story 16 hours, main plus sides 19, completionist if you're a fucking masochist.
no, like-
24 and a half hours.
Sonic
Oh, yeah,
06 is like
What the
imagine an Iron Maiden, but like on your brain. Like I want to fucking die every time I play that game.
I think I fucking felt, dude. I fucking beat it.
I don't know how you did it,
Oh
dude.
my
You
God.
must have the
Because
patience
I
of a
would,
fucking
because
Buddhist
I
monk.
fucking refused to let that game win. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's
He hate beat it.
he had the
I
mental
beat it
He
game.
seen
because-
credits, took a deep breath, turned it off, and then was like, okay. And
Well,
then went and got waterboarded.
I think the whole reason we're playing it is because everyone was like, "Oh, it's $5 or $3 of shit." Some shit on the 360 store, and everyone was like, "Let's play it because it's $3." And then I fucking bought it. I fucking bought that piece of shit, and I played it to fucking death because I never want to play it ever again. If I owned a copy, I would snap it in half.
After you beat it, you deleted your entire like PlayStation account or
I
whatever.
reformatted my entire 360 because it's now impure.
You gave it
This
the red
fucking
ring.
out of here.
Doesn't
Oh
want
no,
the
I wasn't fucking
achievement
stupid.
data.
I wasn't about
You
to play
just
the
eat
PS3
the
version.
fucking disc.
If I were a billionaire, I'd buy every single copy of that game. I would fucking destroy it. I would annihilate it.
Oh, you'd be
Dude,
like the Shaq
yes.
Fu guy.
The Shaq
Fuck
Fu
fuck
There's
game.
a Shaq Fu guy.
So
I'm all for game preservation, but fuck that game. It
It-
should be obliterated.
it was a long time ago. There was a website of a dude trying to buy and destroy every copy of Shaq Fu.
Oh, there's this
was
what
a
was it?
long
What's it
time
fucking
ago,
called? Everything is Terrible, where they bought where they're buying every copy of Jerry Maguire on VHS.
Oh yeah, I saw that. There's the dude
Oh.
who has like 600 copies of Sneak King.
Speaking of
Oh my god.
speaking of
It's awesome.
stepping
He has
in
a Sneak King
shit,
room.
let's take an ad break. Does that sound good to you boys?
Oh,
Sounds
Should we
good to
take an
me.
ad break? All right,
Buckle up.
we'll be right back.
Well, we're moving on now to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on.
This episode of SuperPod Saga was brought to you today by the real MVPs, the real sponsors of the show, the patrons the official superstars. All of you are just awesome, fabulous, handsome, adorable, cute. I don't know what other words to throw in here, but you're all awesome. Every single one of you. It really means so much to me. It means the world, the galaxy, the cosmos. It's something bigger than the cosmos. I don't think there is anything bigger, but if there was, I would love you all that much. I'm stretching my arms out like this right now. So yeah, let's thank the patrons. A Novel Console, Jared Schrader, Jameson Empire, Adam Phineas, Trey, Adam Forrester, Jeff Miners, Jenny E, Kevin Demo, Thrak, and Mr. Kwong. All of you are your official superstars. You guys are the best. If I could meet every single one of you in person and give you a gigantic hug, a high five, and buy you a sandwich or something, I absolutely would, because God damn it, I love every single last one of you. Thank you, patrons, for sponsoring this episode and every single episode to come of SuperPod Saga. Thank you a lot. I mean it. Thank you so much. If you're a fan of coffee and you're looking for something different, I think we've got just the thing for you. That's Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee is not your usual coffee company. Of course, it's all sugar-free, gluten-free, all that stuff, because it's just coffee, nothing added to it. But they roast each batch of coffee beans to your order, and they've got just a bazillion different flavors to choose from. They've got your usual French vanilla, salted caramel, they've got Irish cream, of course they've got decaf, single origin coffees like Kenya, Guatemala, stuff like that, even what they call high voltage, which is extra strength, extra caffeine. But they have all sorts of other awesome kind of out of the box flavors. They've got ones like cotton candy, maple bacon, and even mint chocolate chip ice cream. And they're always coming up with new crossover flavors, like they've done a bunch for Nightmare Before Christmas, Indiana Jones, even Spider-Man, of all things. And they're also coming up with new seasonal flavors all the time. If this sounds right up your alley, feel free to use the link in our episode description and use coupon code SuperPod Saga at checkout to get 20% off your order. That's SuperPod Saga at checkout to get 20% off your order. And if you're not just in the market for coffee, you can also get some sweet mugs. They've got lots of cool shirts. They've got all sorts of different brewing equipment like French presses, stuff like that. Just head on over to bonescoffee.com, or again, use the link in our episode description and get 20% off. Get yourself a new interesting flavor and spice up your morning routine with Bones Coffee. I really hope you enjoy. I'm a really big fan of it, and I hope you find one that really hooks you. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one.
Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues.
Hey guys. So what do you do with your how do you hold your material? What kind of containers do you use to hold your materials, your liquids, your solids? What kind of containers do you guys have?
I like bowls. I like bottles. I like cups. You know, I don't like using my hands.
I like to hollow out some dildos and just throw some soup into those.
They've been used too much.
What about you, Tony? What do you got? What do you...
I just insert everything in my mouth.
That's good.
Let me introduce you to the dildos.
Close. Let me introduce
Open
you.
wide.
This is going to change your life. Buckets.com, baby. Buckets.com has buckets.
Yeah.
Any shape, any size, anything you could ever imagine, but it's a fucking
Are you saying
bucket.
you got big buckets?
Yeah, big buckets, little buckets,
little
medium
buckets?
tiny buckets, Charlie buckets.
Itty bitty buckets?
Itty titty bitty titty buckets. Any
No,
kind
I
of
need
bucket.
massive honking buckets, okay?
If you need hella buckets, they got them at buckets.com, baby. If you need a bucket that, like, it's in the shape of, like, Nicolas Cage's dumb fucking giant forehead, buckets.com has it. If you
Hell
need a
yeah.
bucket,
But do you have buckets that you can wear as pants?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do that. Fucking
Bucket pants.
It's like the
Bucket shoes.
Xbox.
Piss in your bucket pants. It's okay.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna use it for.
It's like the Xbox controller design lab, except buckets, baby. You can put.
Yeah.
I can put an
you can
analog stick on a bucket.
Yeah, you can have your initials engraved on that bucket.
You can
if
put
you
a
wanted
bucket
to.
on an analog stick if you want.
Oh,
put up-
oh my God.
Buy a bucket
It's
for
crazy.
your head if you wanted to, man. Gerry, what kind
Maybe
of
I'll
buckets
play
do you like to
guitar
buy?
well if I put a bucket on my head.
That's true.
Yeah,
KFC buckets.
Yep. Put a fucking Kufk bucket on that head.
Coof.
But
What kind of buckets do you like to buy from buckets.com?
I like the piss buckets. I like the bitch buckets. Put that one, when you're a little too sassy, you just throw that bucket over there and be like, it's time to
Shut
take
up.
a time out.
Slap a bucket on their head. Shut up.
Yep.
Shut up bucket.
The dunce bucket. Get in the corner. Go on, get it.
Sounds like the name of like a jam band, Dunce Bucket.
Will. Dunce bucket.
Yep. I like the Neil Peart buckets, which is just actually a massive kit of 700 buckets in a circle, and you can just go just hit all the buckets.
That's the Neil
I
Peart
like that.
special
I like
bucket kit,
the street performer bucket, which is just a plastic bucket. You just turn it upside down and you just kind of hit it. That's a good one.
You could put sand in it if you wanted to.
No, get the fucking sand out of here. I don't want no slop. I don't want no slop near my fucking buckets, man. I'm not trying to play drums like a professional.
Tony, what kind of buckets do you
maybe you
like to
can
buy
mute
from
the bucket.
buckets.com?
That's a good question. Hand buckets. So you can just fucking, I don't know, hit people with buckets.
Just pound the piss out of people with
Pound
these
the
hand
fucking
The
shit out of
buckets.
hand
people.
buckets are for
You're
fucking.
gonna catch these buckets.
Or, the old cement buckets, cement shoe buckets. Because,
Ooh, yeah.
Those are good. What about
they
you,
go with
Thrak?
anything.
What kind of buckets do you like to get from there?
Well, the buckets I like are the ones that I like to fill sand and slop with, and then I chuck them off the highway bridge at cars just to see what'll
Ooh.
happen for fun. You know, where it's like, you know
Borderline
what?
terrorism, but okay. I
Yeah,
like
but I think
Hey,
I think
who
officer
is-
buckets
like,
are coming to find
Who
you.
is gonna stop the woke mob but slop buckets? Okay, I am doing a
Slop
service
buckets.
for the world.
He's
Okay.
fucking,
I'm gonna
playing,
get invited to the
real-time
Tim Pool
Final Destination.
compound. I'm gonna get to touch a beanie. It's all gonna be great.
Yeah, this
You can fill those buckets full of AIDS.
Yeah.
This just
Sell them straight
AIDS
to
buckets.
fucking Forrest Gump.
this just in. I'm
You'll
getting
just
to this
cry.
just in. So not only can you buy your buckets with nothing in them, you can buy buckets with something in them, like those doomsday prep buckets that are filled with like 55 gallons of scrambled eggs or like mac and cheese and shit. You could buy
Fucking
those.
100 pounds of fucking corn.
Yeah, dude, if you wanted to, you could survive off that shit.
Dude, I
for
live in Ohio. I could
years.
take a bucket, scoop the ground, and corn would just come out.
Or
Me
if you want to
too,
be
man.
really like fucking stupid, you can buy one of those
Stupid.
edible flower arrangements.
Edible
and put it in a
buckets?
bucket. And,
Edible
yeah,
buckets.
Edible bucket flower
Ooh,
arrangement.
Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
about
edible
time.
buckets.
Like a
okay,
gummy
yeah.
bucket.
Eat
That's-
the buckets.
eat
You know
the
what? Eat the
bucket.
fucking regular buckets too. I don't give a shit. You can eat all of them.
They're
The rest is good for
biodegradable,
you.
vegan, paleo, all that shit.
Feed them to the turtles.
feed
See who fucking cares.
That's the slogan, everybody. Feed them to the turtles. Buckets.com. Feed them to the turtles.
Sponsored by Mauser Packaging Solutions.
/Christ Alive /Slop Daddy.
Thanks for giving me AIDS. Buckets.com. Back to the show.
Getting our turn at best. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Forever moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
I almost spit my fucking beer out.
Aaron,
We're back.
Aaron, I
Thanks for the AIDS.
Oh, we're back, baby.
It's been like 15 years since AIDS was a problem, right? Like, we can be fine now.
yeah, ask Magic Johnson about that.
Yeah, AIDS is gone for good. It's cured.
Isn't that the South Park thing though? It's like the joke. It's like, how long has it been? 15 years? Oh, that's funny now.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck. Now we get to one of my favorite favorite games in the series, Circle of the Moon.
Ooh, this guy.
Circle that moon.
Right here.
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
I don't
Look at that.
have any of the Game Boy Advance ones.
Oh,
Yas,
I have
queen.
2 of them.
Thrak, can you lick that for me, please, and see what it tastes like?
It tastes like here.
Tastes like buckets.
Yes, it tastes like AIDS buckets.
Is there a salty? Is it a
Scrambled
pinch
egg
of
bucket.
salt?
Not a pinch of salt. For some reason, I'm getting a hint of caramel.
Please not semen. Okay.
Yeah, caramel and for some reason asparagus.
Mm-mm.
Does it taste like Bloody Tears?
No, the other one does.
Aaron, tell me how good Circle of the Moon is. Tell me right now.
It
Dude,
tastes
okay,
like when
Circle
you take an
of
iron
the
tablet
Moon.
and you just get a bloody mouth.
Just tastes like iron. Yeah, Circle of the Moon, right? So, yet another basically Metroidvania, but instead of like, so yeah, just you have your whip attacks. You can hold the button to spin in a circle like a cool helicopter. Like I do my dick when I got out the shower. No, I don't know.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that, dude. You gotta stop this.
Yeah,
When
I'm
you do
sorry,
the
man.
dick
You're-
copter, you're
like,
like,
I'm-
here's
I'm
my
a-
circle of the moon.
Oh my god, dude.
No, I'm just-
Whip your
okay.
dick out. Whip your dick out. Indiana Jones and whip your fucking dick out.
And the great circle.
No, but so yeah, you can hold the B button to like spin it in a circle, and that's good for catching like
now
bats
I
and
can just
shit.
picture dicks. That was funny.
But
Yeah, baby, give me that floppy whip.
And she's
Oh,
like, it's going
man.
to get hard, right? And you're like, yeah, totally.
dip it in shit.
What the fuck?
Have you ever seen that video from Sick Animation? It's called like, oh, what is it called?
Dip it in shit? Is that what you said?
Yeah, hang on one sec. Sick Animation. Apple
I mean, we've
Pie,
all
is that what
taken
it's
a
called?
definite shit in our days.
Yeah, when
Oh my god.
when this, hang on, I'll send you a link. Let me find the copy
Put it-
link address. There we
Put
go.
it, put it in the chat.
I'm
Dude,
putting
I'm
in the
gonna
chat.
I can't watch this right now. I'm gonna pass out.
Dude, it's called Apple Pie. It's by Sick and it's only a minute and a half. But
can't.
basically, I'll how do I summarize this for you? So a cartoon family sitting down for dinner. They're like, ooh, we need some dessert. Go get us some apple pies. And
Oh, we're not talking about Circle of the Night. I was like, wait, is that how Circle of the Night starts off?
no, I'm talking about the Sick Animation.
There's a lot of
So-
apple pie in Circle of the Moon.
Yeah, they really love apple pie. No, yeah, we'll talk about Circle of the Moon. So, what?
Looks like
So
home-
in Circle of the Moon,
This looks like home movies, dude.
stop laughing. No, it's good.
I'm in charge of happiness, and there will be none.
You will have my fun.
But God
Okay,
damn it.
everybody shut the fuck up.
All right, Circle of the Moon. It's a very good game.
Circle
Tell
of the
us-
Moon has
tell
some
us
really
about it.
cool like card mechanics where like you can collect cards for like different elements, I believe, and then there's ones for like different
Yeah.
gods or something like that. Then you can like mix and match them to make different cool powers.
Yeah.
Like you can mix stone and whatever the fuck to make like basically turn yourself to stone so you're invincible. You can give yourself like a fire whip. There's all sorts of cool little
Yeah, fireworks.
cool
Cool.
combo. Yeah, fire whip. Yeah, it's really fucking cool, man. It's I know
See,
everybody in there. Go on.
See, I forgot about the card mechanic. So when you're describing, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's why you like it because it was the card mechanic.
Yep, I know.
but
Typical
no, I-
fucking Aaron.
But what I like about it is like one of the things with Symphony of the Night was like people were like, oh, it's a shame you can't have a whip because you just use like swords and axes
Yeah.
all the time.
Mhm.
And this one's like, oh, well, you're the whip, you know. In fact, I believe this game was retconned, which people did not appreciate. That happened recently, I think.
Was it? I
What?
know.
Yeah, Igarashi,
ones, I think,
like
were,
Igarashi, the main guy for the Castlevania series since Symphony of the Night until he left. He had said like, "Oh, that game wasn't canon," and he said that because he wasn't involved
Oh.
in the making of it, which was kind of a dickish move on his part.
Seriously?
Okay.
Yeah, dickish move.
That sounds
What the
about right.
fuck?
I mean, it's still awesome though. Like
It is a very
Yeah.
good game.
It is, yeah. And fuck him.
What does he know?
Get off your goddamn high horse,
if
Iga.
I mean, if you've seen a picture of him, he probably does have a high horse.
Dude, yeah, with his cool cowboy hats.
Yeah, he's got
It's
that
fucking
like
baller.
yeah, the cowboy
Oh,
hats.
the cowboy hat's on the horse? Is the horse high?
Yes, it's just very tall.
With a cowboy hat? That's
Yeah,
fucking awesome. Give him some
on
slop
crack.
buckets.
Crack
Slop bucket.
horse. Slop
An
buckets
AIDS
and crack
horse.
horse. But
Here
yeah,
you go,
AIDS
Mr. Horse. Have some sloppy aids.
it's like the beginning of Half Baked, but instead of giving that horse, or instead of the horse having diabetes, it has
I
AIDS.
fucking love that goddamn movie. I
Half
fucking
baked.
Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
Get some sour cream and onion chips.
Yeah.
It's just fucking baked out of his gourd, bro. It's so good.
Have you ever seen the moon, man?
Okay, stop. Circle of the Moon.
Have you ever seen the moon on weed? Circle of the fucking moon, dude.
They would be that way. They'd be like, dude, this game's fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! If you're gonna play this game, or like any of the Game Boy Advance ones, the best way to play it is the Advance Collection, because they fixed like the weird graphical shit. Because like the GBA had no backlight, so to compensate, they were like, make that fucking shit brighter, make it poppin'.
Yeah,
Brighton.
there's quite a few GBA games that are
Brighton.
known for their like washed out color palettes.
Yeah.
Circle the Moon, it's not the worst offender of the bunch, but it definitely is a problem. But thankfully, as you said, the Advanced Collection fixes
Now,
that
I'm not
problem.
just-
Good old M2 always coming
Yeah,
in to
dude.
save our asses.
I'm not gonna just
M2
sit here and
rocks.
let you guys say that that's the best way, because I have a different opinion. The best way to play that game is to play it on the Analog Pocket.
If you have an original cartridge.
Yeah, or
Or you just
Even if you
jailbreak
don't-
that shit.
I was
just get
like,
it for free. Are you paying for that shit?
Contact our boy Vim.
Yeah. Hey.
Rip
Is it still
them.
on there or is it gone?
That's too fresh, man. Come on.
Well, I don't know if
No,
it,
it is not there.
oh, it's not. Shit. I
No, but
haven't
you can go to
checked.
CD Romance
There
and
you
get that
go.
shit.
Get the Japanese
Or Edge
version.
emulation. Edge emulation is
just
pretty good.
Fucking fire
Or,
up a
the millions
LimeWire.
of fucking
LimeWire.
packs you can just torrent.
Get Napster.
That's
I don't
true.
give a fuck.
Internet
you
Archive.
can find them
Go
somewhere.
to the Internet Archive.
Honestly, the Internet Archive is like the easiest way to get anything, and it's like, every time I go there, I'm like, is anybody gonna notice this? Like, there's like a full PS3 library on here.
Yeah.
Like, is anybody? We're not doing anything, but all right. So I'm just I'm gonna take my things and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna ask any questions.
So it's like seeing a nice hot rotisserie chicken just there for the taking, and it's
Oh,
like
God,
no,
Daryl.
nobody's gonna touch this chicken. It's right.
This was in the wall, but that's okay, right?
I want a rotisserie chicken.
It's mine now, bitch.
Speaking of chicken, Harmony of Dissonance. Not as good as the other two, but I mean, it's still pretty
I-
good.
Never played it.
This one I don't care for.
It's
I
not
I think
that
I
bad.
played that.
I don't
feel like I
have
hear
it.
that
I
a
don't
lot.
have a physical of it. Like its music is kind of dog shit.
Yeah,
and
honestly.
it's the backtracking in that one I think is really
Yeah,
bad, and the
I played that
teleports
one
are
and then
awful.
I got fucking lost and I just stopped playing because I had no
Yeah.
where to go.
Like in Symphony and in Circle, you don't get lost nearly as much as this one. Like this
That's
one,
true.
Like, I was walking around for like 3 fucking hours. I'm like, what the fuck do I do, dude?
Or
for
or
real.
in the one that
And I
came
believe
after
you,
it, Aria
you
of
play as
Sorrow.
Simon
It
in
was
this
like
one, I think.
it was like
I just remember getting
Just
lost
a.
and turning off.
Yeah.
GNA.
It's like Just a Belmont or something like
Oh,
that.
yeah, Justy.
Just the. But yeah, the one after that, Aria of Sorrow.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
Isn't that supposed to be like one of the best ones?
fuck
This
yeah,
is
dude.
this is my other like favorite Castlevania game.
It's
Yeah,
so
I think it's
fucking
considered
good.
like the best
Yeah.
of the GBA games.
This game, fucks.
Tactical
it is
soul
so
system.
awesome.
Fucks so hard. You kill
And,
enemies.
and it's
tactical soul system.
basically Symphony of the Night improved in your pocket
yeah.
because it plays
And-
like Symphony of the Night, but it plays so much better.
and it's got this cool system where when you kill enemies, you have a chance to get their soul basically. Then
Mhm.
different souls have different like purposes. Like some souls act as like a sub weapon. Some souls have like passive abilities, like increasing your stats based on how many steps you've taken. And then there's other ones that give you like traversal abilities, like the wings that let
Yeah.
you glide, or like give you like a double jump or something. I believe.
Yeah, I think there's one that's like it refills your health as you're walking, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, in
And
this
dude,
game, like
Holy
you
shit!
like
Like that's
there's like guns, you can throw fucking grenades.
Yeah, there's a
and
fucking
shit.
gun,
you're
dude.
like
Yeah, like
basically
the-
talking about
gun.
Bloodstained.
The story
right now.
of this
It's
game is
exactly
batshit.
fucking how Bloodstained works.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it's fucking tits, man.
Like it
The
takes
music
place
is
in like
actually pretty good.
2035 or something. Like
Yeah, dude.
It's like in the future. They're just like, you know what? Like Dracula's powers are sealed in a solar eclipse or some shit. Like it's in Japan as well.
It's like Dracula's fucking back again. Whatever.
Of course. So let's
This
go nuts.
motherfucker. How
Soma
many times
Cru-
do we have to teach
fucking
you this
Soma
lesson, old
Cruz.
man? Yeah, they put
I
fucking
love
Griffith
the
from
young
Berserk in there.
I love the Belmont people.
Yep. See you later, bran flakes. What a nice cereal box. Yeah.
What?
That's SpongeBob, Gerry.
What a fucking
SpongeBob.
pull.
Jesus Christ.
Next we
so
have
good.
Lament of Innocence,
I
which
have
I
not
did
played
not
this
play.
one.
This was on the PS2.
Was that the PS2 one?
Is this the
Yeah.
Devil May Cry clone?
Basically.
Yeah, I did not like that one. I remember it was just, basically the Devil May Cry fucking clone. It was just like
Lament
battle
of
room after
Innocence.
battle room after battle room. I just fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've not heard like
combat room.
solid things about this one, but
The soundtrack's good, probably, but that's every Castlevania game. So
yeah, for real.
I'm reading about it a little bit on Wikipedia. It says there's 2 unlockable characters, Joaquin and Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Pumpkin AIDS over here.
Fucking Pumpkin.
So was Lament of like some of the names of these like the GBA and the DS ones were like, but what does it mean? Like the Circle of the Moon have anything to do with that game?
It
don't think so.
probably, It
I think
probably
the point is they
does.
just fucking sound cool, and that's all that really matters.
Because there is like deep Castlevania lore. Like all these games are connected on like a solid timeline. Apparently, you can go to like the fandom wiki and read all about it. But
Because like Lament of Innocence, like, is that just like crying out to be like, I'm innocent? I didn't.
I have a
Is that what Dr. Disrespect's tweet was? Was that a Lament of Innocence?
Dude, oh fuck.
I'm a straight fucking shooter. I didn't do anything wrong. They found no criminal charges. Like
Let's cut the
paid-
bullshit,
they
everybody.
paid my
Let me
contract.
edit this minor out of this fucking tweet real
paid
quick
me.
and then
throw
put it back in. Yeah.
Let me edit it back in and
'Cause
back
you
out and back
know-
in again.
And you know he's
Get
on
fucked with your mustache.
and you know he's on vacation thinking he's like, all good now.
Fucking-
I did it.
I'm
I ain't
fine.
going nowhere.
He got paid fucking $80 million from fucking Twitch, bro. Yeah, like
Well, in those situations,
ridiculous.
it's kind of the same with like, say, like Bobby Kotick or whatever. Like in certain situations, it's easier just to pay the guy to fuck off, and that's what they did.
with
They paid
$80
him
million,
to fuck
he's gonna
off.
fuck off for life, bro.
Well, he's on YouTube, still streaming like crazy. So, like,
YouTube ain't giving a fuck.
Kick offered him like a lot of
I
money,
didn't
and he
mean
said
to
no.
open up a can of worms with that.
That's
Did you
fine,
see that
that's
video
fine.
where he's like fucking playing Elden Ring and then he just gets a text and you just sees his fucking soul leave his body?
I haven't, but
No.
that sounds awesome.
He's like he's like this. He's like
Was that like the text? Like,
Yeah,
you're
that's
going to fucking
that's what
jail,
people
boy.
that's what people think because like you can just see his like Ralph Wiggum, you can see instantly where like he just fucking dies
Ralph Wiggum.
the moment his fucking heart crumbles.
Or he's like,
I'm
or it's
in
like Poochie. Like at the end of the stream, he died on the way to his own planet.
And then then he was
I
playing a
have to
game
go
and
now. My planet needs me.
then he tried to play the game again. And he like runs around in circles and then just like and gets up and walks away. It's
Yeah. See, and I had thought the stream
pretty
he did
comical.
when he
And then
admitted
he had like the Bloodlines music playing like on cue,
yeah. See, and
like
I
the
thought
depressing violin coming on as he's just like thinking about what he just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I had thought the stream that he did where he admitted to cheating on his wife was funny. If you guys have ever seen that one's
I
great.
barely know who he is until
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, let's go to Dawn of Sorrow.
Oh, Donna Sarah, here it is.
That's gonna be him in about a month.
No, that's him right now.
his
The sorrow is gone.
Lemon of Innocence is over.
All the
That was just
Castlevania
dumb.
games are just subtitles for Dr. Disrespect's life.
We haven't gotten to Curse of Darkness yet.
Yeah, we went to Curse of Darkness.
Oh, fuck. Portrait of Ruin. That's what his fucking career is like.
Dude,
No,
you
that's
gotta
gonna-
clip
that's-
this shit. This shit has to go to the public.
That's
big public.
that's
big
gonna-
public.
No, that's gonna be like his stream when he comes back thinking he's fine. It's gonna be just a portrait of Ruin.
The funniest
His
thing
portrait
about,
ruined was literally when he fucking read that text on stream. You just
Yeah, that was it.
dude,
It's
fucking
the Order of Ecclesia.
the funniest part about the whole
Was her
thing
name Ecclesia?
with that
Maybe.
the funniest part about the whole thing with him is he was always like, dude, it's fine, like they never proved that I was guilty, but they paid me. Like so for sure.
He's like, did I text her? Yes, but did anything happen? No, I was
Was
not.
it super sexual? Yeah, but
Yeah.
like
Did it get
I wasn't-
inappropriate? Yes.
It's like Chris Hansen, where he's like, yeah, I was texting her, but I wasn't actually going to do it.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. So yeah,
I came here
Don-
to tell her not to.
I came here to give her wine coolers and Oreos, but I wasn't gonna do anything bad. We're just gonna have wine coolers.
There's just a little bit of a roofie in the Kool-Aid, man.
Oh my fuck, Donosaro.
just have a
Donosaro,
taste of the slop
shut
from
up.
this bucket.
I'm just taking inspiration from my
scrambled eggs
favorite
bucket.
comedian. He wore the sweaters, you know.
It's fucking Chris Hansen's like, why don't you have some scrambled eggs?
Scrambled AIDS.
No, he's got the pedo bucket. He just throws it on your head.
I broke it. Yes.
like he's hiding behind the corner with it, and then when he sees him, he just throws it on their head. He's like, "Look at him! There he is."
Oh my god.
Oh shit! Oh my god! Why don't you have some scrambled eggs? Dude. Oh fuck, Donosaro, dude. Oh my god. It's Aria of Sorrow, but like
a
plus
sequel.
two.
Weird DS
But
one
sadder.
with fucking the shitty
Yeah.
screen controls.
It's the sequel to Aria of Sorrow. It's solid, but it relies way too much on like the DS.
There's actually,
touchscreen
And you
Um,
can get
there
an
is-
RPG. You can get
There
a
is a
fucking
ROM hack
RPG in
that
game.
actually
all RPGs, man.
No, you
there
can
is
get
a
like
ROM
rocket
hack that
propelled
actually
grenade
cuts out
launcher,
the
dude.
Oh yeah.
the touchscreen stuff.
Yeah.
And something with Dawn of Sorrow, it does that clever thing a lot of DS games did. Dawn of Sorrow DS. Like Ninja Gaiden Dragon Sword, Advance Wars Dual Strike. There's quite a few games that secretly
I-
did the
that is
DS
cool.
thing.
Was today years old when I found this out. I did
There's
not know
seriously,
this.
go through the DS library. There's a lot of games where its subtitles are like DS, like Dual Strike, Dragon Sword, whatever.
I'm
There's
reading
quite a
through
few.
the ones I have now. I'm not seeing them.
or
Super
Kingdom Hearts,
Mario
or
64
Kingdom
DS.
Hearts Dream Drop Distance 3D.
DDS?
But Castlevania
Sure.
Curse of Darkness has a cool cover, kind
It
of.
does.
It looks like
that
a
one. You're
tap-out
Simon
t-shirt.
Belmont, right?
Yeah.
No, this one I think you're some fucking person. I don't know.
It's like
You're
Hector,
some-
I think.
You're
Some fucking guy.
Oh,
It's
it's
just-
yeah,
Hector.
Hector Belmont.
Hector.
Yeah, he's
That sounds like your cute old neighborly man next door that trims his hedges on Sundays.
Let me tell you,
Go on,
when I
Hector.
killed Dracula,
that's my Puerto Rican lover, Hector.
Hector.
he made love to Dracula that night.
Winnie the Pooh's lover, dude. Oh yes, Hector. Please, Hector.
Christopher Robin would not
I'd love another
approve.
wine cooler, Hector.
Put all my honey in this bucket, Hector.
Put honey in my- Oh, dude, we need to fucking chill.
This is
Portrait
way
of
too
Ruin
much.
is really fucking
Well,
good.
I hear Curse of Darkness is good. Like people tend to like this one.
Curse of Darkness is
Better than Lament.
one of the
Innocence.
better 3D games, which isn't really saying much.
No, but one of these days
I
I'll buy
enjoy.
it
I
for
like it.
Xbox and
It's
I'll
cool.
play
There's
it.
a cool mechanic with your fucking little things that follow you. What are they called?
Oh,
games. Your familiars, I think they're called.
I think so.
Probably.
Somebody-
Let's just call them familiars, and you can
Yeah.
you can
That sounds familiar.
level them up and shit, and they evolve and shit.
Thank you.
Is that one? I wish that one, like the original Xbox version, was backwards compatible on
Yeah,
on
it
Series
should
X.
be.
Like that'd be so fucking tits. Like they could do.
But
the
that's
same
why we should
with,
buy it now, because if they add it, then the price is going to skyrocket.
That's true. I'm gonna look it up real fast.
So that wouldn't be
Backwards
good.
Goddamn game
compatible.
collecting, ruining prices.
Just
It is
ruins
not.
everything, man.
Fuck.
God, have you seen the prices for some of the 360 games now that they announced that the fucking store is closing? Jesus fucking.
Dude, fucking what was the one I was looking at? Bullet Witch. I think Thrak and Bill and I were looking at Bullet Witch. I bought that game on sale at GameStop for like $5 years ago, and now it's like $160. Why would
Bullet Witch is a strange game.
It
I actually
sucks.
threw
That
that
game's
on.
not good.
It sucks.
I threw that on
balls,
recently,
dude.
and we were like,
Mid-neta.
we were kind of inebriated when we played it, and we were like, "Is this good?
No,
Is this fucking good?" And then we got like
Or you're
10 minutes,
half-baked.
and we were like, "This is not good. I don't think this is a good game."
This ain't good, Tony. This ain't
If
good
you,
at all.
if you can't like the game high, imagine playing it sober.
dude. But so yeah, Portrait of Ruin though, right? That one is
This game's kinda
really
dope as
fucking
fuck.
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It is dope
See,
as shit.
I haven't really deep dived into the DS games. I really need to. I mean, hell, I think Konami should do a DS collection.
They
that would be-
fucking should.
It would be harder to do, especially with Dawn of Sorrow on modern consoles, but you know.
Yeah.
No, they can just cut out the fucking touchscreen shit.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I think
There's
that
like I
would
said,
require-
there's a ROM hack that removes the touchscreens things
Yeah.
for shit for
Oh
Yep.
shit.
For DS.
Because when they did the advanced collection, everyone's like, "Oh, they should do the fucking DS collection next." That makes sense, right?
What's
But
what's really fucking dope about Portrait of Ruin is like yeah, you're in Dracula's castle, you've got the spooky shit going on, but there's also
World
like
War
one
II,
level
baby.
where you there's one level where you're going into like an Egyptian pyramid. That's really fucking cool. You're fighting mummies and like Egyptian shit.
And it's a
It's like
sequel to
fucking cursed
Bloodlines.
carnival and shit.
You say Carnival Cruise? What?
It's like a cursed carnival.
Cursed Carnival.
Cursed Carnival.
Oh,
Carnival Night Zone.
That'd be fucking cool.
The last level is an upside down carnival cruise.
Somehow,
oh man.
somehow the water's at the top. But yeah, this
Those
is
dolphins and
a
shit,
direct
super
sequel
confused.
to Bloodlines. Like you play as Jonathan
Oh.
Morris.
Oh,
from
I
Bloodlines.
didn't know that. I
Yeah.
just fucking played it. What last year?
I mean, it makes sense because Bloodlines takes place somewhere like the early 20th century because you go to like the factory in Germany and all that stuff. So it being set like shortly after makes a lot of sense. And yeah, Portrait of Ruin. I think it's the most like standard of the DS Castlevania games. Like it doesn't have any weird gimmicks to it. It's just a straight ahead Castlevania game.
Yeah. But you can like switch between
I
characters.
should check that out. I have never.
I have it on my 3DS.
The Portrait of Ruin is the one you can switch between the two people and they just yell each
Yeah.
other's name the entire
Yeah,
time.
yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
it's
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Blah.
John and
Jonathan.
Jane, right?
No,
Do you
it's,
have to? Is there a mechanic to it? Or can
I
you
think
just-
there's
Charlotte.
I think Jonathan is like the combat and the girl does like magic shit.
Oh, Charlotte.
Yeah.
I just want combat.
Charlotte.
I just want combat.
Jonathan. Jonathan.
They're like Charlotte does certain things, like you have to use some of her abilities to do certain things. I think.
Yeah, it's like
Which-
Castlevania 3, where it's like Sypha is the magic user and Trevor's the whip user, that kind of thing.
Yeah, because Charlotte has she has ranged attacks. She has like telekinesis, I believe, and then yeah, Jonathan is just like sword melee boy. And then yeah,
I think he has
But
the
it's-
whip.
does he? I forget.
I mean, he has it on the cover.
They all got whips.
Yeah, I think he has a whip.
Damn right.
yeah.
They all got 1992 Honda Civics.
Yeah, then we get to the Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles on PSP, which was the 2.5D remake of Rondo of Blood. You could unlock Symphony of the Night, and there was the original version of Rondo of Blood on there. Why?
And Symphony of the Night.
Why can't we get this shit on other consoles? I want to play
Because
Rondo of Blood
Konami
on
hates us and they're
Xbox.
fucking stupid.
Why?
That's
What did I do?
why.
What did I do
I
to
bet
them,
you
Thrak?
it's like some
It's,
weird
it's
like
us. It's all of us.
Yeah, it's not
apparently.
it's not you. It's Pachinko.
Like
Dear
we
Konami. I bet you
it's
loved,
some, like,
we loved them
weird-
so much that
We
they
here at the
abused us.
SuperPod Network.
They gave us
we,
AIDS.
We what was it? We here at the SuperPod Network. I can't think of a good word.
would like to give you this bucket of AIDS.
Konami.
Oh man, yeah.
But I bet you it's some weird exclusive deal they have with Sony because
It's
Sony be
gotta
doing
be.
that.
Which is just
It's-
so weird to do with those two games. I don't get it.
Because they know everyone wants fucking Rondo of Blood, dude.
And Symphony of the Night.
And Symphony of the Night.
Because you put those two on Switch, and they would sell incredibly well.
Oh, they would fucking sell gangbusters. But like I said, I would not be surprised if there's some like 20-year exclusivity deal, some shit with Sony.
Knowing Konami,
honestly,
they probably just forgot about it.
I don't need any of these remakes, to be honest. All I want is there to be a new Castlevania. But I kind of I'm greedy because I want two. I want one that's 2D, like a proper Castlevania that's in 2D. And honestly, I don't want it to be a Metroidvania. I want it to be fucking levels.
Yeah.
And number two, I want there to be another game like Lords of the Fallen. No,
Lords of Shadow.
Lords of Shadow.
Lords of the Fallen is a different game.
I want there to be something to that caliber, but not that game. I don't want God of War Castlevania.
I was going to say that. Yeah.
What I do want is I want them to kind of take what Legacy of Darkness kind of wanted to go for and elaborate on that and make it like a good 3D. Basically, just make Bloodborne 2. You know what? Just make
Bloodborne card.
Didn't we almost have that with fucking the Dreamcast game that got canceled?
Oh yeah, what was that one called again?
Yeah,
I threw that prototype on actually because I have it on my Dreamcast, and that had the potential to be really fucking cool. I mean, you can't really do much in the prototype. Like, you can run around and like whip shit, and then like you can just walk through walls and stuff. Like
Castlevania Resurrection.
Yeah, it would have been like the de facto 3D Castlevania at the time.
It would have been insane.
It's what Castlevania 64 probably couldn't do because the fuck did they know to do with 3D at the time, and then. But of course it got canceled because it was been fucking something.
Because Nintendo don't do what Sega does.
Castlevania Resurrection is what it was called.
Order of Ecclesia is next, and this one was like cool but weird. Like instead of
I didn't like that one. I
haven't played
this
this
shit
one.
like a bad habit.
Instead of being like wandering around the castle, like free roaming or anything like that, it's like mission based.
What?
That's weird.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, I think
weird.
it's more like level based, kind of like it's more straightforward than the other games, the other Metroidvania games. I think it's more like it's kind of like trying to have like try to be like the classic Castlevania and then the Metroidvanias, but like it doesn't really work. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, it's got a bitch and soundtrack though. The soundtrack fucking stomps, but yeah, the game is like it was the last one of the 3 for the DS, and like it was just really fucking weird.
I mean, it's crazy to think we lived in a time where every year we got a new Castlevania game.
That is
for
true.
a good while.
That
like every
true.
year,
like
it's like there was a new one, either a handheld or a console one for like quite a few years, one a year.
Remember when Konami liked us and like liked making games?
They didn't like us.
I do. I remember, man. We thought they were good, and we thought they'd never hurt us. You know, that the pachinko machine we were told not to worry about.
Perhaps the real pachinko machine was the friends we made along the way.
With this fucking this shit again.
God damn.
Yeah, so Castlevania: The Adventure Rebirth.
This game's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was that like a remake of the first Game Boy game, I think?
Yeah, it was a remake of the first Game Boy game. Yeah, and it was like there was a weird ReBirth thing. They had like Contra ReBirth and Gradius ReBirth as well.
Yeah, Gradius.
And these are all WiiWare titles, and they all were awesome. And they've never left WiiWare, so they're stuck on there.
Give me Castlevania D-Birth.
Just shove the baby back
Put
in.
the baby back in.
You're just in a fucking oven.
Congratulations, it's a girl. No, I want a boy. Let's try again.
Throw that in the garbage.
Give me the garbage.
Jesus Christ. So after that, right, came Lords of Shadow. Here you go, Jer.
Whoop whoop.
There it is.
That's a good game.
It's a cool ass cover, and what's crazy, when I bought it, I didn't realize it was a 2-disc boy. Fucking 360, man.
What? Holy shit! I didn't know that.
Well, it's a late 360 title, isn't it?
No, I think
20,
it's like maybe the midpoint.
It was 2010, so about in the middle.
Yeah, it's pretty close to.
But it was
Xbox
around this
One came out
time
in
we started
2013.
seeing a lot more double discers because people were starting to figure out the PS3.
Double discers.
Yeah, Lords of Shadow. It's a
Gotta go take a
visually,
double discer.
it's aged incredibly well.
Yeah, it's pretty. It reminds me a little bit of like.
I thought you were going to go a different direction with that, actually. You're usually the man of the contrary, but I'm surprised that you like Lords of Shadow.
I was gonna say I think visually it holds up really well. Like I was kind of surprised at how good it looked. Made by Mercury Steam, interestingly enough.
What the fuck, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's-
who's that?
Mercury Steam. They did all of the Lords of Shadow games, and then they did a little game called Metroid: Samus Returns.
For the
And
3DS.
what?
Yeah.
And from that, they made Metroid Dread.
Oh wow! Holy
So-
shit! These fucking
Whoa.
deep cuts in the Castlevania Metroid connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, these two series are forever
Wasn't
linked.
Lords of Shadow a Kojima thing too?
Well, Kojima was involved, but I think the only reason he was involved is because at this point people associated Konami with Kojima. So they're like, oh, if we're going to do a big budget Castlevania game, we probably need to have Kojima involved. And I think Kojima was involved just to be like, just make sure the game looks good and is fine.
And Patrick Stewart narrates
Patrick
the game.
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart narrates
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah,
people,
dude.
and you guys made the God of War comparison. There's also Shadow of the Colossus in there as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of climbing on shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like,
well, I
found-
played this game at the time and I thought it was fucking cool as hell. I have not,
Yeah, the
I've not,
boss battles were
but
insane.
the thing
dude.
is, I
Yeah.
haven't played it since then. I haven't played it since like 2011.
Me either.
I remember thinking it was fine. It wasn't like the disaster everyone said it was going to be.
Yeah, when I got my 360 collection, where I was starting it up again, I grabbed this one pretty quickly, and I want to get to this year. So maybe this will be my October spooky game. But yeah, I remember liking it, and at the time, people seemed to enjoy it for what it was.
It reminds
So-
me a lot of Dante's Inferno with how
Yes.
like
That
They
game
came
is
out
awesome.
around the same time, didn't they?
Yeah, Dante's Inferno was I think it was a year earlier, a little bit earlier. That game's awesome.
I think
But
so.
there's like that wave of like Darksiders and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Castlevania-ish
played
kind of
Darksiders.
clones.
Darksiders is fucking tits,
I have
dude.
all of them. I just need to play them.
They're good. Then came like the 3DS fucking like in between.
Mirror
that
of
shit?
Fate.
Yeah, Mirror of
Oh,
Fate.
Which
yeah,
is
that's like the-
it's like a half Metroidvania. I don't know. It's weird.
Kind of.
I played a
yeah.
little bit of it. It tries
That's-
to. I think
That's
it
a
tries.
continuation of Lords of the Shadow. Lords
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
Shadow,
that's
right?
Yeah,
the
it's
next
in
Lord of
it's in the
Shadow.
trilogy. Yeah, and I feel like it's probably similar.
I
Like,
heard it's pretty good.
it's not bad. It feels like it's how you guys said Order of Ecclesia tries to kind of mix the traditional with the Metroidvania. It feels like this is trying to do a little bit of that as well, but focusing more on the linear stuff. I didn't play a huge amount of it, but there's an HD version of this that's on all the consoles if you want to play that.
Yeah,
as
I always
well.
see that
Yeah.
shit on sale on Steam. I just never buy it.
I actually bought it the other day because it was like $3. So I was like, fuck it, why not?
Maybe I'll buy it during the Steam sale.
Yeah, but people like Mirror of Fate for what it is. It was Lords of Shadow? Lords of Shadow 2 is the one people do not like.
It was cool how you start as Dracula though.
Yeah, I installed it recently and played it. It's fucking weird.
It is really fucking weird, dude.
Dracula versus Satan. That sounds awesome. Yeah, there hasn't been a new Castlevania game in 10 years.
That's disgusting.
Though there
Yeah, it is
are
disgusting.
rumors that Konami is the big
I've also heard this.
the big rumor was in 21 that Konami was going to revive Metal Gear, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. And if you think about it, they've done 2 of the 3. We have a Metal Gear game coming. It's just a remake of Snake Eater.
I think
but-
they're
then we
testing
got-
the waters with remakes. They're scared
Yeah.
to do something
Well,
new.
with
so they're
Silent
like, let's
Hill-
just take the best ones.
well, with Silent Hill, they're remaking 2, but they're doing like Silent Hill F and some other random shit.
Yeah,
with
they did that
Silent
really
Hill.
Yeah, that's true.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible fucking TV show thing.
Yeah.
Oh
That
boy,
was
that
like,
was bad. That was real bad.
But many people suspect it was written by AI because
It
that shit made no
probably
fucking
was.
sense.
Fuck
So they
yeah.
might be doing some with Castlevania, but
But they're
Well,
never going to
there's
give me
the-
Gomon. I'm never going to get Gomon.
no.
There's
No, you never.
at least there's an animated series.
Oh yeah, the anime is fantastic.
The anime is
and,
crazy
and that's the
good.
thing. The anime revived interest in it. You think Konami would have been like, we have to capitalize on this.
Money,
Of
money,
course
money,
they
money,
did.
money.
They
And they
made
fucking
another
didn't.
pachinko machine.
Yeah, they
No,
made a
they-
pachinko machine. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I just picture them in like meetings with like corporate and like people that actually care about the franchise are like, okay, so there's a lot of interest with the anime, so we should make, and they're like, pachinko, and they're like, no, okay, anime, and then we make a video, and they're like video pachinko.
Port some of them, but we already did. Port more of them. Okay, I guess. Sure.
Okay.
Ports of pachinkos.
If they made like
New podcast title.
If they actually made like a virtual pachinko machine of Castlevania and put it on like all the platforms,
I'd fucking play it.
That'd be
I
kind
wouldn't
of
give a fuck.
amazing, actually.
I'd play the fuck out of that.
It's crazy.
Look, I'm a sucker, man. I go to a casino if I'm like, ooh, Jurassic Park. I'm playing that one. Like, I'll go play the dumb shit that nobody wins on just because it's like fucking some franchise. Like, I'll go play the Alien fucking pachinko
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go play Safari fucking 2000.
You want to go on a
Even though
dinosaur safari, which is what Jurassic Park is.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. If they made a slot machine that was fucking Frogger, I'd be cranking that shit all day.
That's the end of the episode. There's no more Castlevanias.
It's done.
Holy
There's nothing
shit.
else.
That is it. The episode is over. Gerry, if people need to find us or anything else, where can they go?
They can go to hell. Or they can go to superpodsaga.com. I'm kidding. I love all of our listeners, and I love everybody that checks out the SuperPod network. We really appreciate it. Again, lots of amazingly talented individuals that kind of banded together, all with one thing in mind, just to kind of, entertain people and talk about the things that we love and celebrate an industry that I feel like, I don't know, people try to celebrate it sometimes, but then shitty things happen. But we're trying to right the wrongs, okay? We're trying to right the wrongs of the internet.
It's a very weird industry.
It is it's an interesting one to be involved in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for listening. Thrak and Tony, thank you for coming on. Gerry, thank you for talking about buckets and Dr. Disrespect and all that shit.
AIDS.
And
yeah,
Jenny.
AIDS.
Jenny.
Oh shit.
I am not a smart man.
No, my favorite part is when he's like a kid and he's like sitting on the swing and he's hearing like his mom like fucking some dude and he's going,
Oh, shit.
And the guy just walks by and he's like, "You don't say much, do you?" And he just goes, I always
Just
love that
realized in this
part.
conversation, I don't remember anything about Forrest Gump except Jenny having AIDS.
What else is there to remember?
Thanks for listening, folks.
Oh man. Yeah, everybody, thanks for listening. Leave a rating, review, all that stuff. Check out the guests. I'll leave links in the episode description, I guess, or whatever. Check out superpodnetwork.com. Tip your waitress. Support the show on Patreon, $2 a month. Everybody say bye.
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 Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.